Thanks for choosing us. We are your home of independent, fearless, and credible journalism. Well, this afternoon, the NPP is conducting final checks at the University of Ghana Stadium ahead of its National Delegates Conference, which is expected to host over 5,000 delegates. Security personnel from the Ghana Police Service and National Fire Service are combing every corner of the venue, mapping out strategies to ensure a safe and incident-free event. And my colleague Michael actually has been on the ground all morning, and he joins me in the studio just to give us a hint of what we should expect tomorrow. Michael, you'll be back there tomorrow, but then let's look at preparations so far. What have you been picking?
Well, so right from if you know the Pongolo Junction, if you are walking in from the Pongolo Junction, on anywhere close to the University of Ghana's Sports Center or the stadium, what you definitely see are lots of flags with the NPP symbol, with some notable individuals within the NPP as well. So you see that is what will welcome you, first of all, to the University of Ghana. This is exactly how you know that you're definitely going for the NPP National Delegates Conference. Again, when you walk into the building, one of the things that you see, which is not normal, are the number of barricades that the security intends to use. And a bit more, we'll talk about the security arrangement, what I saw exactly. So these are the things that will greet you, and then you see the level of preparation. When you get to the field itself, the sound system, which is one integral part of this, we're expecting 5,500 individuals there. Definitely a lot of people that you can use a normal megaphone or your macho voice to speak to. So the sounds were being set up, some of the tests. I had music before I just left that we were testing some of the sound system. Again, media accreditation was one of the biggest issues. As of this afternoon, the time I was leaving, that has been largely sorted, except for last minute people who were so registering. So in terms of preparation, though, on the grounds, it almost looks as though they have crossed their T's and dotted their I's. And if somebody wanted it, the conference can happen even today, but I'm sure that they only wait for tomorrow.
And I'm quite interested in security. What did you see when you went on the grounds? Is that area safe enough, really?
So, just as you read, the Ghana Fire Service is on the grounds with the Ghana Police Service, also some individuals from the MTTD that are all mapping the area. I first saw them at the entrance to the sports stadium in the company of the national organizer of the party, Nana Boache. They were sort of jojoing, considering where to put this. And around them, you definitely see, even at the entrance, the number of security barricades they intend to use to ensure that people follow the regulations and make sure that there's no spillover into any other thing. Right away from that, they came to the stadium, and they were also inspecting some of the places. Where should people pass? What should people have access to? What should be the difference between these groups of people and that group of people? In fact, what we know is that the entire place that has a shaded area at the stadium will house the top dignitaries or the creme de la creme of the NPP. And so you're expecting these individuals to be seated there. So, of course, there'll be a special security arrangement for those who right from the basement or to the top. But those are some of the conversations that have been had that they haven't yet spoken to the media about. But I'm sure by tomorrow, you definitely see that there didn't seem like any disagreement between the Ghana Police Service or the Fire Service and Nanabi and his entourage. And clearly looks like a good conversation that was going on from what I could observe. But quite a number of other things that are also happening. For a big place like this, definitely, given a number of people that will be coming out, trading definitely will happen. You're going to see people definitely who are going to position themselves to cash in the process. So that is something that you also see them. I will greet you just at the entrance that the NPP paraphernalia and some of the items that they sell within the party. Certainly, there are lots of people who are also there to serve it. But if you see on the grounds, everybody was serious, moving in place, making sure that everything is in the exact position so that they can use them tomorrow.
Crowd control is imperative, especially because tomorrow we have a lot of supporters just passing by, and we're looking at the traffic situation as well. Do they have a plan on how to deal with that, based on what you've seen? I'm
pretty sure the party's Deputy National General Secretary will speak to that. But from what I see, if you tend to go to the University of Ghana anywhere close to it, right from 1 p.m. when I was leaving there until tomorrow in the evening, if you don't have a business at the stadium, please don't pass there. Rather use possibly East Legon or use the Achimota area and just go behind Atomic. Other than that, you are going to be stuck in hours of traffic, and we all know why. It's NPP's Delegates Conference, and everybody in the NPP will want to be there. Definitely it's going to be a hectic place. But I don't expect it to be a chaotic traffic. I said if with people peacefully waiting in traffic, because again, around that place you have about 3 police stations. There's the East Legon police station that has a bit of jurisdiction around that area. There's the Legon police station and campus security as well. Don't forget also that the Greater Accra Regional Police also has a big interest in this. So I'm sure that there will be heavy deployment into that area to make sure that security-wise everything in place and nothing spills over.
And how about the parking of the vehicles? Do they have like a located parking lots just for the delegates?
If you talk about parking space at the University of Ghana, one of the places that you have huge parking space around the stadium, especially. You know, the stadium was just used for the All-African Games, so the new parking lot right in front of it, coming right to the N4, it's a new parking lot that has been opened, very huge as well, that can take thousands of cars, I believe. There's also the University of Ghana Sports Center, the one with the swimming pool. They also have a lot of parking space around that place. And then the new taxi rank that was created with the new security post. So these are 3 major parking lots. If you don't want to be in the thick of things, there are quite a number of. There's a banking area that also has a parking lot. And then there's the University of Ghana new hostels. We sort of call that place Diaspora Hostels. From Liman all the way to Alexander Hall. They have quite a number of parking spaces there as well that you can make use of. If you want to be very far, you can go as far Legon and park there and come and walk to the stadium and kind of do whatever you want to do and you can leave. So parking space, there's quite a lot, but I don't know how exactly again they are going to manage those places. Whether it will take only the likes of Haruna and then say possibly Baumia and Kennedy Japan and the likes that will get access, or Brian that will possibly get access to the stadium's parking lot. I don't know the exact work around that, but what we know is that there's enough parking space possibly for all 5,500 if they decide to come with a vehicle.
Thank you so much, Michael Ashali. He's been on the ground all morning and he'll be on the grounds tomorrow. Trust us, we'll be bringing you full coverage of the NPP's National Delegates Conference here on the JoyNews channel. We have most of our colleagues on the ground from in the morning all the way till in the evening. We'll bring you live coverage of that Delegates Conference because we are indeed your election headquarters. And then we are just giving you updates, if you just tune in really, about preparations on the ground. The party is getting ready to host over 5,000 delegates tomorrow, and we're probing that further to see their preparations ahead of that. I have with me in the studio Haruna Mohammed. He is the Deputy General Secretary of the NPP. First of all, let's get clarity. We saw different statements, writs, if you may, that seem to suggest that there's an injunction on the NPP's delegate conference. Is that the case?
Thank you very much. I would like to say good afternoon to your cherries, viewers, and yourself.
Thank you.
Your question itself depicted that there is confusion out there with respect to a so-called injunction that we have not cited. In the democracy, injunctions are served. And I'm just hearing it from the media. I don't know whether we have such thing that is existing. And I think that until that is done within its proper perspective, we cannot say there is. There is also history to guide the issues of injunctions. When we decided to put an injunction on Ablikman North constituency illegally rerun elections, the court did not sit on it until a time that it discharged it and did not stop the Electoral Commission from proceeding to organize themselves to go for that illegal election. I will continue to describe it so because I am fortified with the laws of elections to be able to allow me to describe that. So I am not aware of any injunction. I'm just hearing it from you.
Okay, because we also saw a statement from a gentleman called Shamsuddin Idrisu, also just responding to the writs that we saw in circulation that he did not indeed author that. So it's good to know that the party hasn't been served. So it means that the delegate conference will come on tomorrow.
But the delegate conference is coming on tomorrow.
Interesting. Let's go into preparations so far. We're expecting over 5,000 people. We've been on the ground. We see that a lot of work is ongoing. But you're here, so tell us, what's happening?
Yes, the delegates conference is set to happen tomorrow. It's going to be a very big event. We are going to discharge of a constitutional duty in the party's constitution. The delegates to the conference is properly situated in Article 10.2 of the party's constitution, and we have duly informed them. The northern part where I come from, they've started arriving. and accommodation arrangements has been done. All regional executives accommodation arrangements also have been done. Accreditation has started. Media took the lead in terms of accrediting media to give us a very good coverage. We have good plans on the media outline where we have the media village and where we also provide a direct feed to all the media outlets. We also provide a lot of other media incentives that we have to provide to make sure that you get the right shot, the right reportage and everything that is happening.
But let's stay with the media. I'm quite interested in security. Are we safe on that day? How many even media houses and personnel have been registered so far?
I don't know the safety you're asking for because virtually if it comes safety, the NPP is the better place to get yourself safety. We are not born out of violence. We have never tagged ourselves as being the paramount chief of violence, and we think that media freedom was championed and built from us, and that is why we're able to repeal the criminal libel law to give much freedom to the media to operate. So you are very safe.
You're very safe. Security
very
is solid
safe.
Tomorrow.
We have over 200 security from the state. We also have our own internal security. Yesterday, the day before yesterday, we had the security meeting. The Greater Accra Regional Commander, DCOP Dut, was there with his men. The Divisional Commander for the airport area, who handles the University of Ghana, also was there. Tewia, ACP Tewia, he was there. Today, they came back. We had a very successful meeting, and the security committee, the security forces, including ambulance and fire service, and the university security, we had a very good meeting, and we went round to ensure that everything is correct. We ticked all the boxes except the D-Day box, and we assure you that it's going to be a good coordinated security arrangement, and your safety is very much.
But is the police aware that you'll be using internal security as well?
Yes, all these things have been
and you have their data. That way we are sure if there's
everything.
any issue, we can identify the individuals.
Everything.
But why not rely solely on state security?
Yes, the state will provide you security, and your security is very important because that is why if you go into the constitution, you have your right and you have your responsibility. First of all, you must protect yourself before the security comes in to protect you. You don't go out and lie on the floor and put your properties in the floor and says that, oh, it will be protected because we have the state security to protect. First, find shelter for your properties. Then when there is a breakthrough, then the security will come in.
Interesting. So let's talk about the sounds. You say that the media will have quality feed. So I'm sure that preparations are underway to ensure we have clear sound. But you must also take into consideration that because of the number of individuals you're expecting at the space, internet connectivity may be a challenge. How are you planning to deal with that? I
think that the media and communication group headed by Richard Anhiagba has taken all these particular considerations, and he has committed himself to providing a very good media platform for our media houses. You know, we have done that before in Takoradi when we were doing the manifesto launch, and I believe that we had the very good fit. The media was given so much access in terms of information, in terms of coverage, in terms of the needed reportage that the media needed. And this is not going to be an exception. I'm quite interested in security because just a few weeks back at Blakemore North, we were bitten. So we want to be sure we are safe on the ground. These are two different things. At Blakemore North and our conference is different. Okay. At Blakemore North and our conference is different. And we are people who have never gone to conference and whip ourselves with horse whips, unlike our counterparts in the NDC. Some time ago, they went to Kofridwa. That was where Bezidin were whipped. Obera Samoa and Co. were whipped. Francis SCM, all of them, they were whipped with horse whips. So we are not known to that. It's not part of our history and our upbringing. And definitely, I don't see any security hitches on that in terms of insecurity among ourselves. Well, let's look at the guest list. You're expecting over 5,000 delegates. So far, how many have arrived? For now, the 5 northern regions, including the 3 Bono regions, they are much closer. They are far away, rather. So they have taken the lead. A number of them have arrived. Arrival was set for 12. I left there around 1. If I cross-check from the accommodation people, I'll be able to tell you with certainty so far those who have arrived. And I believe that for arrivals, we'll be able to give you the update. In terms of external branches, so far we had received about 140 as at yesterday for external branches, who are about 360. Because per the Constitution, we have 12 of them coming from each of the external branches. And if you multiply by 30, it should be giving you 360. So we have them. The other members are members that are residents in Accra, the Council of Elders, the Council of Patrons, the national officers of the party. We also have former general secretaries, former national chairmen, who are also part of that, members of parliament, who are also resident in Accra. We also have other members who are members of council, who are elected or selected from the various regions per the number of constituencies that you have, who are representatives to the National Council. When we come to the National Executive Committee, all of us inclusive, we're also resident in Accra. So these are the numbers that will be coming in. The huge numbers will be coming from the constituencies, where we have 17 from each constituency, depending upon the number of constituencies you have. In this case, Greater Kumasi, Ashanti region has 47, and they will have the huge numbers, and followed by Greater Accra, which has 34.
And let's look at the big wigs that will be passing through tomorrow. We know that Kufuor has served notice that because of the challenges, he may not be there in person. But will other individuals in the party be present?
Kufuor did not say because of challenges. He traveled.
Okay.
So traveling is not a challenge. It's just that he's not present. And he will be delivering a message to us. The message is very key because the last time he spoke, President Kufuor spoke wisdom, he spoke age, he spoke experience, he spoke future. And I believe that President Kufuor will still exert the same authority as he has used to do for the New Patriotic Party. Again, former President Akufo-Addo will also speak. We have the Council of Elder Chairman, who is part of the National Executive and the National Council, who will also be there. Hagman also Ajiman, members of the Council of Elders will also be there. The former Chief of Staffs, we have 2 of them. They will also be there. Those who have expressed to become flag bearers of the party will also be represented. Indeed, we have given them accreditation to be part. Those who contested and those who have also expressed themselves to contest. The principal will be 1, and then 4 other members is accredited to accompany them to the place where they will be given a very good arrangement in terms of seating and to have a very clear view of the conference. His Excellency, the Vice President, the former Vice President, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia, will also be there. The spouse will be there. And also, you know, he was the flag bearer in the 2024 elections. And it's very important that some of these particular personalities will also be given the right to speeches, apart from the constitutional designated speeches by the General Secretary and the National Treasurer of our party. So a lot of big ways will be coming. Former ministers will be passing.
So can India Japan be there?
Yes, he will be there. He contested and he has the hope to contest. So all of them, we have met them. We have had discussions on this particular conference. And I believe that all of them will pass through and the conference. As
well as Brian and the Wells. So let me understand, with Kufuor's message, will he be joining via Zoom or is it a pre-recorded message? Because he says you've sidelined him, really, the NPP.
I resist the temptation to discuss Kufuor in the public.
Okay.
He's a key figure. He's a person that we cannot forget within the NPP. And I think that with his experience and his age, whatever differences that Kufuor has, I am too young to discuss President Kufuor in the public. I think that everything will be set and decided behind the scenes to get everything resolved, if any exists. But I do know that the respect for Kufuor, the force standing within the NPP is unmatched, and nobody will try to do anything that will damage the reputation of President Kufuor. So
you'll be joining via Zoom?
I certainly have to confirm that from the communication outfit, whether it is Zoom or recorded.
And we're looking at security mainly. We've just been hearing from our reporters on the ground that they've seen individuals from the fire service there on the ground as well. Brief me on the arrangement to ensure crowd control for tomorrow.
Yes, fire service will be there. I think that 2 tenders will be there. Ambulances will come with 5 ambulances within the entry point. They'll be coming with men in uniform. That has been discussed and designated. The police will be in black. Identification codes for police who are assigned on duty has also been discussed. Our internal security will also be wearing black Lacoste shirt, which is also being discussed. They will be coded. We will also have other security officers who are not in uniform. They will also be there. We have a way to identify them, which has also been decided by all of us. So for me, if I see a security person who is not in uniform, who is supposed to be there, I will know, because I am in a security meeting, that such persons should be known by some of us who are at the planning committee level. These are persons who will be taking intelligence, necessarily not to be in uniform, and these persons will have to help for the safety.
But is that even safe for us, knowing that there are individuals among us that are in your security detail, but we can identify
Myself
them?
and you, we have been safe, because even here, a security person can be employed in your company just because he needs information. I can decide to marry you as a security person. You don't know. I'm looking for information. So it's very important.
Really? So these individuals are from the NPP, or is from the state?
From the state.
Oh, I see. So national security?
Certainly not national security. We have a lot of other security officers
Okay.
who are not national security, but they are operating without uniform.
Okay. I just need clarity, because if they're from the state and they're not wearing their uniforms, then it must be that they may be with the national security.
Not certainly national security. We have
Okay.
other uniform security officers, which because of the sensitive nature of the security matter, I don't want to disclose that.
Oh, I see. Okay, and let's look at what key reforms that will be on the table tomorrow as you meet as a group.
I would have wished to discuss the reforms here, but the discussion level has passed.
Okay.
And it is left with the decision level. So the decision will be taken at conference tomorrow. They are being put in 59 motions.
Okay.
We've passed the proposal stage, where we issue a statement for people to send in their proposal fulfilling Article 19A of the party's constitution, also putting them into motions and presenting before conference in the form of motions in Article 19B of the party's constitution is what we are going to execute now. I think that these motions, when decided, or those that will be accepted, those that will be rejected, will be publicized for the media to get to know. At this stage, my discussion of what is going to be discussed is immaterial, because it's inconsequential. It will not fit whatever that happens. I believe that it's better I discuss results with you rather than trying to preempt what is going to happen.
Okay, but this 59 motions, can you just brief up some of the key provisions in this motion, just so that we have an idea what we're expecting tomorrow?
You are trying to use the master key. Certainly not.
Just so we have an idea of what we should expect tomorrow.
I wish I had the idea, but let's hope and see what happens tomorrow.
Will Michael Quay's report also be deliberated on tomorrow?
No, certainly not going to be on the table.
Okay.
It will not be on the table for conference. This conference is basically on amendment, and that amendment will take place after we have had the discussions on the motions. Conference will come to an end.
Interesting, and we're looking forward to that. Here at the JoyNews channel, we'll be bringing full coverage of the NPP's National Delegates Conference that is coming up tomorrow. One key concern that have come up from a lot of people is the new scare that there's indeed COVID-19 on the rise again. How do you ensure that health is taken care of, especially with the rise of Mpox cases as well?
Well, you know, though we are out of government, we experience COVID, we manage COVID as compared to other nationals in terms of other countries.
Okay.
Ghana was put on a high speed in terms of how we manage COVID, even though with the limited resources we're able to manage. The managers of COVID at that time were with us because we were in government at that time. The health committee is headed by Dr. Okuboy, who is spearheading together with Dr. Nsiasari to be able to get all the health professionals on board. We are having about 120 health professionals who will be working for us. We have also written to the University of Ghana Medical Center. They've given us a facility at the emergency ward. 10 medical professionals have been put there for in case of emergencies of outflow or overflow from the conference. We have also opened an account for the party in terms of when there's an overflow and we send somebody there.
Okay.
The University of Ghana Medical Center will be working through because we have had an account that they can spend from. So these are measures that we have put through. Then we have also put in 5 medical centers. 3 will be inside and 2 will be outside the stadium, so that when there is any medical emergency, over 80 medical professionals will be on standby. And this consists of nurses, doctors, and other service providers, including paramedics, who will also be looking at how to put the safety of our delegates in shape.
And I'm sure that traffic control will be key for you tomorrow, because a lot of individuals will be using that stretch, and because of the number of people that you're expecting, there may be traffic. How do you plan to manage that?
Yes, the Ghana Police Service has reported to us that the MTTD will be deployed on the streets between Oponglo and the stretch up to campus. We've also discussing with the security on campus to open up the other gate that leads to Noguchi, so that when you come in, you can use that aspect to go out without necessarily passing through or reversing. We are also discussing with the university to open the other gates that are at the other side of the university campus, so that people would necessarily use those particular areas and get access to the university campuses for us to be able to have a smooth conference. There will be stampede, because people definitely will be rushing and those things. So the crowd will be there because people believe that the NPP was voted out of power wrongly.
And so you are assuring us that you will be able to control the crowd.
We would be able to do so with the security officers, because they have given us the assurance, they have been trained, and I believe that they will exert some particular authority to be able to get that done.
And we expecting other political parties?
Yes, the other political parties will be expected. They've confirmed their participation to the conference. So far, we have, yes, the NDC have confirmed their participation. They will come.
Very good.
You know, the last time they have their conference to elect their national chairman, I went to the conference. That was where I took them through a proper coalition system, redirected them as to how we'll be able to teach them, for them to incorporate a topic or a subject or a course in their faculties, how to collate results. It's unfortunate that they were not able to do that in 2024 because they did not come. But you saw that we were able to do it faster to allow Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia to concede defeat in the earliest of possible time. So we still urge them, when they can, we'll remind them, we have the expertise, we can train them, no matter how it is. They are a socialist party, but they have departed from the socialist platform because they have not been able to sustain the socialism. We are a center-right political party. We have maintained our form, and we have extended to even do more on social platforms.
So just before I let you go, I want you to endorse our coverage for the Delegates Conference tomorrow. We will be live on the grounds as well as in the studio. Please look at our cameras and tell them where they ought to be watching tomorrow.
Yes, I want to urge everybody. The conference will be happening live tomorrow at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium. Multimedia is one of the big platforms that carries news reportage. We have been with them through the planning stage up to today. Tomorrow, when you are not a delegate and you are in your house, tune in to the multimedia, more especially Joy FM. Joy FM and Joy News.
Yes.
Get the right report at the right time and with the right information.
So thank you so much for your time here on The Pulse. So need I say more? Please tune in to the JoyNews channel. Tomorrow we're bringing you full coverage of the NPP's Delegates Conference. It starts in the morning till in the evening. We have a team on standby for you, both on the grounds, on radio, online, and as well in the studio. So keep you updated as to what exactly would be happening tomorrow. Thank you so much, and I appreciate your time here on The Pulse.
Thank you, Faustin.